Hey, welcome to Dusty Roads Barbecue. Today I want to try a little experiment. I'm going to make a Kansas City style baby back rib, but do it over direct heat on the charcoal grill. I've always done indirect heat before, pellet grill, charcoal grill, whatever. Never done over the direct heat, so let's give it a try. Lay down a chunk of wood, and then add extra charcoal on top. I like using the looped charcoal lighter to get my grill started. Once that fire gets going, mix it around because we want even heat all the way around the grill. Add some more wood, throw on the grates, and let it finish coming up to temperature. Now we're going to prep those ribs. When you take them out of the package, make sure to grab some paper towel and wipe off that extra juice. And then using a butter knife on the bone side, get underneath that membrane and pull it up, and then grab a paper towel and just pull the whole thing off. It comes off nice and easy, just like this. Now we just want to trim up those edges, those end pieces, square them up nicely, take off any extra bits that are hanging off. You want a nice clean looking rack of ribs. Now just to make sure I got room on the grill, I'm going to cut this one rack in half. So I got one full rack and two half racks. Then we're just going to slather with some oil and some Louisiana Grill's Sweet Heat Rub. I find this rub gives a nice sweet and spicy flavor to your ribs. Then we're going to flip them over and do the top side, same as the bottom. Now let's head outside of that grill. Throw these ribs over the direct heat charcoal, 250 degrees, and then let them ride. Every so often we want to check the ribs, make sure there's no dry spots, make sure the bones aren't getting too dark. In those spots we just spray with a little apple cider vinegar and water. To try to help these ribs not get too dry, we're going to add a bit of smoked lard to them later on. It's been about 4 or 5 hours. We're going to check that temperature. Looks like they're getting up to about 180 degrees. It's time to wrap. Just going to cut some butcher paper into some smaller pieces, one for each rack. And then we simply take that smoked lard and lay it down, put the ribs on top, add a bit more of the lard, and then wrap them up. When we put these back on the grill, we're going to put the meat side down, so make sure you pay attention to how you wrap them. Now let's take those ribs and throw them back on the grill. Let them finish up about another 45 minutes or so until they get to 203 degrees internal. Now that the ribs are technically done, we're going to add some barbecue sauce and then let them finish up on the grill. To make these ribs more Kansas City style, I'm going to use a Kansas City classic, Joe's Kansas City barbecue sauce. This is a fantastic sauce, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat, one of my favorites on ribs. Just going to slather both sides of these and then put the ribs back on the grill for about another 10-15 minutes. Okay, ribs are done. We're going to slice these up, serve them to the family, see how they turned out. One tip to help slice the ribs easier is to flip them over and slice them from the bottom side so you can see where the bones are. These aren't looking too bad. We'll see how they taste. In the end, these ribs tasted fantastic. The flavor was great. They tasted like a Kansas City style baby back rib, but they were a little bit dry. The bottom was a little chewier than I'd like, but my family actually ate more than they normally would, so while I was a little disappointed with the end results, everyone else was happy. Have you ever tried making ribs over direct heat on charcoal? If you have, let me know in the comments how it turned out.